So I've been asked by Catherine, aka the Pyromaniac Chef, to do a little video for her about urban foraging for her scavenger hunt today. Now unfortunately the weather's been appalling and I've not been able to get out very easily on my regular daily exercise up until today, so it's been a bit overcast and a bit wet, and I've got company. Somewhere up ahead the big one's run away. I've got my two dogs down here and I've got the little one in the buggy. But even if you're walking around really close to home, I mean here I'm only less than a mile from home, there's plenty that you can see that's edible. I've already walked past loads, but we'll see some more anyway. So just on the left here, and I'm not condoning going into people's gardens and getting stuff, but you've got a magnolia tree. So the leaves of magnolia are edible, although by now they're a bit chewy. And the flowers are an amazing edible. They're a nice gingery spicy flavour, and they preserve really well and keep their flavour. They're really nice in syrups, good in salads if you like that gingeriness. So definitely worth looking out for. There's also plenty of beech around at the moment. Now at this time of year, just as the leaves are coming out when they're fresh, beech leaves are amazing. And you can use them in a salad again. They cook reasonably well once they've firmed up a little bit, but also there's an amazing drink you can make called beech leaf noyeur. I always forget whether it's a French or Italian drink, but it's an amazing, I think it's actually technically a liqueur. It's a lot of sugar in it, but that's definitely worth seeking out a recipe for to make. And you've probably got another couple of weeks before you can still do that. Along the hedge here, sorry, not the hedge, the fence, you can see we've got hedge garlic or garlic mustard. It's one of these weirdly named plants. It's not actually related to the garlics, which is why a lot of the time we don't use the common names, although in my videos I tend to, because it's just easier. So hedge garlic is actually a member of the cabbage or the mustard family. It does have a smell that's very much like mustard and garlic, sorry. But because it's not in the same family as the garlics, that smell goes when you cook it for any length of time. So if you want to make use of it, you really just want to cook it for a very short time, or maybe use the leaves or the flowers in salads. Here we've got some really good bits and pieces again. There's nettles there. So stinging nettles, they're very easy to identify. If you don't know how to identify them, try and pick them and you'll know you've got the right thing. They're a good edible. You can make great beer or tea from those, great wine. They make a good cooked vegetable. There's also hawthorn. The leaves are a little bit hard now, a little bit firm, so you wouldn't want to be eating those. But the flowers are still quite tasty. There's lots of brambles along here, and sloes. And let's see what else we can see. I think coming up as well, there's a little patch of dandelions. But as you can see, this is, at the moment it's a 4-minute walk along a really, actually scarily busy road considering the position we're in. Here's some sloes just developing. Scary busy considering the situation we're in. But it just goes to show that there is, wherever you are, you can do a little bit of foraging. There is the opportunity to do it. And I definitely recommend to anyone to try and get out and get some foraging in. I'm just going to stop the video for a minute and I'll come back in a second. Right, we're back. Dogs doing what they do when they're out and about on a walk. So look, as we walk along here, we've got more brambles and more hawthorn and more annoying children. Down here, there's more nettles again, and a little bit further on if we're careful, if everyone doesn't keep getting in my way. We've got something that's called, so it's this. If you look, this looks like grass all along here, but some of it is much more bluey grey in colour, and that's called Allium vineale. Its common name is what's called onion grass or hair garlic, and it's a non-native invasive member of the onion family, which is quite prolific. If you look around, you'll see quite a lot of it, and a lot of people think it's wild chives because it looks exactly like wild chives. It's in the same family, but it's got a much stronger flavour, and it's well worth trying. You might want to try a little bit first before you eat it, because it's really good. It's really punchy. So sometimes the best thing to do is to chop it up a little bit, put it in a bowl of water to soak for a couple of hours, and that reduces the strength of the onioniness. Now, just to preempt some questions, I'm guessing a lot of people are going to say, well, you wouldn't be picking from here anyway because it's a really urban environment, and what about car fumes, and what about pollution and blah blah blah. Now, yes, it's right next to this main road. There are obviously plenty of people, including myself, walking dogs, and they're undoubtedly going to be doing their thing. As far as the car pollution is concerned, I was talking to someone on a post earlier today about it actually. Since the advent of lead-free petrol and the inclusion of catalytic converters in cars, actually the problems with car pollution are significantly lower. Most exhaust fumes now are pretty much carbon based and water vapour. There's not a lot else in car exhaust fumes. Dog wee, yes, is a bit more of a problem, but there's nothing that a good wash in the sink couldn't sort out. Now, a lot of people will still go, ooh, that's horrible. But if you think about it, if you're out in the countryside picking herbs, a lot of people, or wild herbs or wild plants, a lot of people will take them home and not even bother washing them. But you've got no idea what's been going there. A lot of people walk along paths which are used by walkers. There are deer, so you've got deer tracks. If there's deer tracks, there's potentially ticks and deer wee, badgers, foxes, rabbits, rats, mice, voles. Anything could be doing its business, and you're picking herbs from the wild and thinking they're much cleaner, when actually, technically, there's a good chance that what you're picking right next to this main road is much cleaner. So I'll just finish off quick and just say, I hope you all have a great time with your treasure hunt. There's a few little bits here. I don't know if anyone can guess what this is. It's more sloes, got more hawthorn, lots of lush, fresh growth because of all this rain we've had. And I'm just searching out because I know there is some along here. Oh, we've got hazel there. No hazelnuts that I can see at the moment, but they'll be there. And then here we've got an amazing rose, which produces some really cool rose hips later on in the year for really good syrup. But anyway, that's probably going to be a 10-minute video by the time I've sorted it all out, so apologies for that. But I just wanted to show you that even in the most sort of urban environment, in the conditions we're in at the moment, and being careful, you can still go out and forage plenty of decent stuff and make use of it. But anyway, enjoy your treasure hunt, scavenger hunt, and hopefully speak to you soon. If anybody wants to subscribe to any more of my videos or see any more of the stuff I'm doing, then check out Urban Forager on Facebook, Instagram or YouTube. See you soon. Bye for now, guys.